Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Sacker down by the end line. Puts us across. Lose your eye! And just like that, 1-1. Now Elders may look to take a shot. He does, and he buries it! Steps up, and just like that, Reed Dennis comes up big. Lose your eye, 1-on-1. Lose your eye. Oh, he'll be taken down inside the box.
Knocked back in. Nationals got it. Bicycle kick for a goal!
Now Sacker. Sacker into the 18. Sacker shot. That goes off the goalkeeper's glove into the net. 2-1 here in the 32nd. This one played in. That's a good ball. That one goes in. And just like that, the Nationals now have a 1-0 lead. Walensky puts his far post. One-touch opportunity. And what a great goal that was.
Joaquin Beatty of Ohio League.
Look at that shot from Sevi Roy. My goodness, Sevi Roy with a left-footed banger.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Northwestern is up from 12, now at 10.
Voice of Michigan Student Athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We were responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy.
Number 2, Jack Fielder. Number 3, Santi Tanner. Number 4, Lincoln Schmitz. Number 5, Ethan Moon. Number 6, Max Rinke. Number 7, Bilal Kafi. Number 8, Reese Boxel. Number 9, Cyrus Darashori. Number 10, Andrew Moeller. Number 11, Eli Lipke. Number 12, Dylan Buchanan. Number 13, Ben Bacher. Number 14, Henry Sandwick. Number 15, Christian Affman. Number 16, Micah Schulten.
We are back. Hello, everybody, and welcome in. Michigan Soccer Network. Nate Wangler with you as we get ready for some more MHSAA action once again from Forest Hills Central as they get ready to take on Los Dutch from Holland High School. Right now is leading the OK Black Conference. On the other side for Forest Hills Central, right now fourth in the OK White, albeit they've had a couple of really close games. And their offense has turned it on over the course of their last 3 competitions. Both teams lining up at midfield right now. We'll set it aside, get our nation's anthem into the mix, and then it's game time. The Rangers and the Dutch right here on MSN.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise. The privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and those who continue to fight for our freedoms that we enjoy. Let us honor and respect their efforts and our country by removing our caps and standing at attention, placing hand over heart as we proudly sing our national anthem.
And we're just about ready to roll here on MSN. Forest Hills Central looking to push out above 500 here today, taking on Holland on the other side in a program that over the course of the last handful of seasons has really etched their mark into the Holland area in soccer, and not really just that. You could say around the state of Michigan as well, state champions back in 2017. Of course, the last time we talked to you here at Forest Hills Central, this Ranger squad upending the team that bounced them from the playoffs just a season ago in Grand Rapids Christian, but a team that's looking to get back on the winning side. Won 3 out of their last 5 games, drawing in one of them 0-0 against Forest Hills Northern, who right now leads the conference. So kind of that sour taste in the mouth of this Forest Hills Central team as they come into this one looking to maybe get a goal and push out in front. However, they have combined 12 netted goals in back-to-back shutouts, Forest Hills Eastern and Ottawa Hills. They haven't given up many in that stretch either. One of the things that both of these two teams really enjoy is finding a free-flowing offense that's able to help them put up points. Paul Kramer, again, we talked about the head coach of this Forest Hill Central team. 6th season at the helm of the Rangers and has been largely responsible for the upswing they've seen over the course of the last handful of years. Last district title coming in 2021. On the other side for Holland, though, 8-1-1, 5-0-1, an OK Black play. They're back in black. First time back in the OK Black Conference this season. Playing a lot of Holland area schools. Greg Seidenbold, their head coach, who originally took over coaching duties 1997. Second head man at Holland High School. He means a lot more than just a soccer coach to that program, but he has won a lot. First ever soccer national title, or rather state title, in 2017. Looking to get back to the promised land yet again this season. Holland on the right side of your screen with the white and reds on the other side, draped in the green and black unis. That is Forest Hill Central. Here on what has turned out to be a picture-perfect Monday for soccer. We're up on the roof here at the football stadium, but honestly, I kind of like this vantage point. Plus, we get a little wind, not a whole lot of interference coming our direction. But not a cloud in sight on what is a busy night here on the high school athletic grounds. Got field hockey just across the way, had the other variety of football practice going on that same turf surface. But we're ready to play some football. And the team in the red and in the white tonight, again, they coined that term Los Dutch. And they've really used it as a rallying cry, an area in Holland that's obviously known for its large Dutch population. Holland High School on the other side, though, a very large Hispanic representation and a lot of different cultures and ethnicities represented on this team. So using that Los Dutch terminology as a rallying cry and trying to break down those barriers via sport and via the game of soccer, which we know, internationally speaking, is the most popular sport the world has to offer. And for years and years, they've been able to put aside a lot of those differences and go on deep runs and win a lot of games. But everybody over there at Holland remembers that 2017 season. Now 7 years later, trying to climb back to that spot yet again. While Forest Hill Central on the other side has put up a lot of good fights this season against some pretty top-tier teams. Last time it was a rally back to beat Grand Rapids Christian. Can they take down Los Dutch here today? We'll find out as we're just underway here in half number one. What's your last name, DeAndre? Pruitt. Nate Wangler with you on play-by-play here tonight. Everybody joining us here on Michigan Soccer Network. A welcome in. DeAndre Pruitt, my cameraman here tonight. Jonathan Turner, back to full health, running the production side of things. Eli Lipke charging into the defensive zone for Union. Spreading the ball out here near side. Lucas Moeller sends one on net and a good save. Josh Keller gets up high, pulls that one in, and now boots it away back towards midfield as we're just underway. But yet another edition of soccer here at Forest Hill Central, getting into the middle days of September here as we continue to wind our way into this month. Right now into the heart of the 2024 regular season in high school soccer across the state of Michigan, albeit it doesn't feel like mid-September quite yet. Temperatures up into the 80s here today, so a lot of these players still dealing with that heat index out on the turf. Otis Fickle checking out here for Union. Armando Gonzalez will take his place. It's a veteran-led squad on the side of Holland. Forest Hill Central has a good group of seniors, too. They got a couple of young ones out there. Lucas Moeller, one of them. That Moeller family, well known around soccer circles. This one's sauced out of bounds back behind the net. It'll be a goal kick coming up for the man in goal here tonight for Forest Hill Central. That's Ryan Webb, the sophomore. Of course, Webb has been one of the biggest reasons why this offense has been able to be so free-flowing in the early parts of this season. He's pitched already a handful of shutouts here in 2024 and is just a sophomore. You have to think Paul Kramer's pretty excited to have his services for at least the next 2 seasons if they can keep him around. He's the head goalkeeper. Started the game last time we spoke to you against Grand Rapids Christian. This one mishandled by Muller along the near sidelines, rolls it out of bounds back into the possession of Holland, and getting a near full from Paul Kramer that time. Didn't know where the line was, and Holland takes it back 3 minutes into this first half. But again, Webb, just a sophomore here for Forest Hill Central. Got roughed up a little bit in that game against Christian, came out momentarily. Brendan Ramsey came in behind him. But he was quick to bounce back, get back into that ball game, and help them seal up that come-from-behind win. Only loss in their last 5 games. Did lose 2-1 against East Grand Rapids, who has a pretty strong squad. But the one thing they have been so far here in 2024 on the side of the Rangers, been protecting home turf. Saw the future a little bit earlier with the 2 JV squads playing. Pretty healthy size rosters on both sides here for FHC and for Holland. Throw in for Holland as we eclipse 4 minutes in half number 1. Talking about Paul Kramer, though, head coach for this Forest Hill Central squad. 6th season as the head coach. Really has been largely responsible for the program turnaround over the last 4 to 5 seasons. Fed up ahead, a little bit too strong. Josh Keller, senior in net for Los Dutch, picks it up and boots it away. Kramer, born to immigrant parents, originally from the state of Michigan, but he kind of has a fascinating backstory when it comes to his journey into the soccer landscape. Left Michigan when he was just 13 years old. And it's interesting, MLive actually had an article detailing exactly why that decision was made, talking about how his parents, again, both of them immigrated to the United States, decided to leave the state of Michigan because they didn't like the winters. And I mean, I can't say I blame them. So they moved to Hawaii. Smart choice. Feet up ahead, and it's into the goal. Eli Lipke. A little magic. Chips it over the head of Keller, and it's a 1-0 lead for FHC. Paul Kramer doesn't like the winners, but that was ice cold from Eli Lipke. Using that athleticism. Off a great volley. And that's the way you wanted to start this one off if you're Forest Hill Central. 1-0.
Now in for Holland, number 19, Otis Pickle.
Otis Pickle checking in for Holland. And this has been such an important piece for Forest Hill Central, getting out in front of things early, being able to set the tone, and especially against a team like Holland. It's the only way to do it. They try to find Lipke again, but it's shut off quickly on the other side. Tony Phillips in good position to send this one back out towards midfield. Fight for the ball far side. Alizada gets knocked down, and it ends up being a corner kick here for Holland. Otis Fickle takes the set piece here for the Dutch. And decides to play it short. Now a cross in. Through a couple of white jerseys and cleared away by Forest Hill Central. Good defensive stand. Andrew Moeller, who had the deciding goal against Christian. Now Lipke, once again, open territory. Does he have room? He doesn't. Shut off properly. Michael French, a last-ditch effort, hip to hip. Forces that one out as his goalie here, and Josh Keller will boot it away. And you can't really lose a game in the first half, but you can certainly create a deficit that's big enough to overcome. Not the place Holland wants to be. Lipke again, this time taken off of his leg, and Holland will try to flip field position. Fickle handling it. Near the 30, crosses field. Van Hecken back up top for a drive and a save. Luis Parra Jr. whistles it on net. Into the waiting arms of Ryan Webb. Approaching 10 minutes into this first half. We're talking about Paul Kramer, though, the head coach for this Forest Hill Central team, moved to Hawaii. As Eli Lipke gets caught offsides. Ball back to Holland. Love for the game of soccer began early on and has really carried him into his coaching career. He's been a leader of young men in the sport of soccer really for over a decade now, but graduated Seabury High School on the island of Maui in Hawaii. Then as irony would have it, immediately after graduating from there, got an opportunity to play some college soccer at what was then Calvin College, now Calvin University. Played goalie for Calvin for a season. And then immediately got into coaching there afterwards. Dylan Buchanan checking out. Substitution, Jack Fielder. Sophomore midfielder for the Rangers is on. 31:06 to go until half. But began coaching over here on the west side of the state. Did a lot of work with Caledonia High School, then started doubling up and coaching here at Forest Hill Central at the same time until eventually deciding to come over here full-time, and now obviously leading this men's varsity squad. And a season that has had its ups and downs, again sitting at that 500 mark right now. But still an opportunity to go on a late run if they can figure some things out. And obviously with Eli Lipke leading the charge, wearing the captain patch, taking control early in this one. Not even 10 minutes in, he has the goal that makes the difference. 1-0 here for Forest Hill Central as the ball's back to them. 30 minutes to go until halftime. The Dutch trying to mount an attack. Fickle crosses side of the net. And a goal kick here for FHC. Coach Kramer's MO, though, MLive also got to talk to him in the Holland Sentinel a little bit about what works for him. Defensive 4-5-1 formations, 4-3-3 has also worked for him as well, but a free-flowing attack that can hunker down when needed. Eli Lipke a little too excited again on that charge and gets caught offsides. Ball back to the team in white inside of 30 minutes, now 29-17. But it really all depends on the pieces you have, and that was something he went into depth with the Holland Sentinel about. Tries to be flexible depending on the opponent and the situation. Obviously wins most important in the end, but no one really remembers the team that, quote, passed really well but lost. Lipke. Ooh, almost a critical turnover, but a slow roll to Josh Keller in goal. And while that's a very simple observation, it's a very astute observation. Sometimes if you try to be too pretty and move the ball a little bit too well, you take yourself away from potential big-time opportunities. Rangers on the attack here quickly. That one out of bounds. Jack Fielder wasn't able to feel out the out-of-bounds line. Slowly rolls out of bounds. Back to the possession of Holland as these two teams ping-pong around the 50. And now a free kick coming up here for the Dutch. Luis Parra Jr. Looks for bodies in the middle. As it deflects off the head of Gabe Boss. Trying to clear it away. Hudson Hall deflects off the leg of Jack Fielder right back to Holland. Approaching 15 minutes into this one. Here's a drive on net, and it just lands over the net. Goodness. Otis Fickle sent a fastball on net, and he just missed that top post. Caught the goaltender and Ryan Webb by surprise. So he lines this one up. Of course, the one thing Paul Kramer talked about in that article with the Holland Sentinel, the power of culture. Trying to establish that here at Forest Hills Central, which as an athletic department has had a lot of successful teams throughout the years. Talk about football that's, made back-to-back trips, won a state championship. Soccer has been in good positions to do so, just hasn't been able to finish in recent years. They maintain possession here. Eli Lipke tracks it down but works it back. Andrew Muller, well over the net. No goal kick here for Holland. But culture never really does change. And it's something that Paul Kramer is really stringent on. Sometimes it's caused some academy kids to maybe shy away from the program. Talks about how he's not willing, nor are the kids willing to allow anyone to ruin what his belt has been built to accommodate better players over those seasons. Of course, when you have these kids for 2 to 4 years and they understand the program's expectations and standards, that ultimately gets passed down year to year. That's something you don't waver from in the end. You really don't allow the kids to do the same, and it creates winners. Eli Lipke trying to win the race off his right foot. And a save. Josh Keller. And this back line for Holland doing everything they can to keep up with one Eli Lipke. That time it was Tony Phillips step for step as he's got a little hobble to him. Looked like he might have gotten a little bump there that time trying to defend Lipke. Really only 2 men back for Holland, so willing to take that risk. Andrew Muller, a little shuffle, keeps it on his foot, now gets it back. Does he try to drive one on net? Sends it out wide, centered there, and a diving stop. Josh Keller off the feed. Jack Fielder looking for another green jersey back middle. Josh Keller very active in this first half, has to shut down yet another one. So here is the aforementioned Jack Fielder. Muller tries to spin out of a tackle on the defensive side, but gets tripped up. Here for a free kick for the Rangers. About 3.5 minutes to go until we're halfway into this first half. Of course, the one thing Paul Kramer and this Forest Hills Central coaching staff understands is that culture is something that can feed off of itself. You want to set this program up for success in the future, and something that they have a blueprint for. Lobbed into the box, headed away there, but not out of the woods quite yet is Holland. Couple of bodies collide. Micah Skolton's got a little shoulder bump, that time from Tony Phillips in the middle of the box. No whistle. But you heard some of the disgruntled Forest Hill Central fans as they work it back into their own zone with 23 to go until we hit the half. The assistant coaches on this Forest Hill Central squad, though, Nick Knowles, Eli Lipke. Can he make it two? Sends one middle, and it's past the goaltender and Keller. But no one on the receiving side as it rolls out of bounds. Lucky break for Holland that time. I thought Lipke might have just taken it upon himself to send it on goal, but instead he'll take a break.
Eli Lipke and Lucas Moeller.
Colton Comiskey, Bilal Kotby,
Number 20, Ethan Mercado.
both into the game. Ethan Mercado on for the Dutch. You talked about that Los Dutch phrase that they've been using. Look at the sophomore and fielder trying to body his way through, gets it taken away. Possession still remains with FHC. But that term, Los Dutch, initially used back in the early 2000s. Moeller feeds it middle. Fielder has an opening, tries to center it, but it's immediately sent away. I believe it was the aforementioned Toby Phillips. Out of bounds, back to the green jerseys. 21:07. But that was something Coach Greg Seidemol. There's an improper tackle by the referee that time. And Andrew Moeller got the worst of it. Kicks it away. And play resumes halfway through half number one. Excellent feed on net. Just a little too strong. Josh Keller steps up and takes it into his chest. The way Central continues to apply pressure like this, trying to maybe get a few ahead here before the half. Now Bilal Kotby, offsides. Ben Bockert, the other one on the far side of the field, trying to set up that play. He also had a goal against Grand Rapids Christian. I wanted to give a shout out to the fully promoted Grand Rapids, your go-to destination for branded apparel and top-notch promotional products. Elevate your brand with their expert customization services and stand out from the crowd. Whether you need corporate gifts, team uniforms, or event merchandise, Fully Promoted has you covered with quality, style, and professionalism. Another free kick here for Forest Hill Central. Just outside that 25. Looks like it'll be Fielder to line it up. But get noticed and make a lasting impression. Fully Promoted Grand Rapids. Go to fullypromoted.com/grand-rapids-mi. For more information, check that. It's Andrew Moeller. A little hezzy. Now he sends it on net, and it's over the top crossbar. Out of bounds, a goal kick for Holland, 18:45 until half. Again, Nate Wangler with you, JT, Jonathan Turner. Head of the Michigan Soccer Network back in the studio here tonight, DeAndre Pruitt. Getting the opportunity to do the camera here tonight. Doing a great job of it. Turnover. Critical spot and just wide. Bilal Kotby Tried to make it 2-0, but just sizzled it past that far post. 18-14 will set up again. Of course, last time I got to work with DeAndre, we were at Lower.com Field in Columbus, Ohio. Doing a game for the UPSL team for the Columbus Crew, which oddly enough was the day after the Columbus Crew themselves won the MLS Cup. There was so much confetti on the field, they tried to do everything they could to vacuum it all up, but they couldn't quite get all of it. So we had a shiny, glimmering, sparkling field for that ball game. Of course, this field's sparkling too, but for different reasons. Off that turf, one of the better facilities you'll find over here on the west side of the state of Michigan here at Forest Hills Central. And obviously with both football and soccer elevating their play over recent years, and good reason for it. A couple of different substitutes coming on here for Holland. Armando Gonzalez, Javi Carrillo.
But on for the Dutch, number 7, Ali Sakizada, and number 18, Phil Mottman.
Check that, Ali Sakizada and Mottman into the game for Holland. Chance for an opportunity, quickly cleared away though. Holland will hold on to it. 16-26 till we take a break. Lob sent on net and out of bounds. Goal kick. Here for the keeper and Ryan Webb. Eli Lipke checks back into the game. Grant McLean will join him. Colton Comiskey also along the near sidelines. You can see, strategically speaking, FHC trying to target Lipke a lot in this first half. It's already worked out well for him once. And here he is with room. Feeds one ahead. Has a man, but too anxious. Colton Comiskey just a step or two ahead of the line. Gets whistled down for an offsides, and that has been the Achilles heel for the Rangers in this first half. 3 different times they've been caught offsides in what would have been prime goal-scoring opportunities. Free kick here for Toby Phillips. We're talking a little bit, Greg Seidemel. Few more years on the doorstep of what would end up being 3 decades as the head coach of this Holland men's soccer team. Not just a soccer coach, though. And it's interesting, anywhere you read about him or anyone that's talked about him from the Holland community will tell you he's a lot more than just a coach to that school and, again, to that community in general. Ben Bockert sends one on net, immediately sent away, and then a collision here at midfield. Otis Fickle was charging under it, got upended. Holland a free kick, trying to set something up as we are officially inside of 15 minutes to go until we call it a break. Back here to FHC. Hector Garcia, the other assistant coach, Brian Shingeldecker. Athletic trainer Sarah Kinzer, Blake Moeller. The athletic director, Jed Hart. The athletic secretary. Here's a drive and a save. Prime opportunity. Now a rebound chance. That's off the crossbar. And the play is whistled dead. Ryan Webb saved the first one, and then it was the goalie's best friend, the crossbar, made that second save. That was Otis Fickle who found some room in the middle and nearly netted that one. And that's typically how it goes for Holland. Sometimes it comes in a flash. I believe the question now is, and I think Paul Kramer is talking with the referee right now about why that one was whistled dead. He believed it went off the crossbar. That's what I saw. But I believe the argument is that it actually went off of the football goalpost, which is obviously right above where that crossbar is. So maybe a double doink situation. Either way, that would be considered out of bounds. So maybe a lucky break here for FHC as Ryan Webb puts a leg into it. Are they on? They are not. Bilal Kotby again caught offsides. And growing frustrations from the parents here beneath us. Inside 13 minutes, now 12:57. Lipke, now Kotby fighting for it. And another one off the crossbar. So 12:03 to go until half. Dylan Buchanan, Lucas Moeller, Andrew Moeller.
Replacing Bilal Kotby, Colton Comiskey, and Jack Fielder.
Colton Comiskey, Jack Fielder. So a hockey line change here for the Rangers, trying to make a final push. Just outside of 10 minutes. Ali Sakizada on the other side for Holland, also finding his way onto the pitch. Good takeaway. Chance to flip field position. Lipke, this time he's on sides. Has a chance and a nice save. Josh Keller. Hands up, secures that one. And so far tonight, it's been the Keller and Lipke show. Eli Lipke is a senior. My guess is he'll probably get offers to go play somewhere. One of the things they continue to go back to on this Forest Hill Central side is size, his athleticism, also his know-how. Chips that one away, now tries to find his way upfield. They try to feed him. And just a little too strong, cutting him off, Gabe Boss. And this entire defensive back line for Holland has been an issue here tonight for Forest Hill Central. Kind of teasing them a little bit with some of these open opportunities just to cut it off last second. Sakizada with a pass and a shot on net from Van Hecken. Easy save, Ryan Rebb. So we are inside of 10 minutes. Sunsetting here at Forest Hill Central. Off to our left. Lights are on here at the soccer stadium. Started a little bit early in this one. Actually a 6:45 start. Can Central get another one before half? Phillips cutting off Moeller only momentarily as this one dribbles out of bounds. As Moeller will pass it off. Here to the other Moeller, Lucas. Couple of brothers. Trying to set up Forest Hill Central as this one knuckles on goal for Josh Keller. Who picks it up and gets ready to put a boot into it. Also wanted to give a shout out to our another producer over in the studio tonight. So we got Jonathan Turner, also got Corey Bird helping us out as well. Birdman doing a lot of the production over at the Michigan Soccer Network. Got to work with him last week on a game. DeWitt, Okemos over in the Lansing area. As we continue to wind our way through this 2024 season, of course, MSN recently releasing its most latest standings. Rifled out of bounds, a deep shot that time. Sakizada tried to pull out the bazooka. Fires it wide at the near post. 8:09 to go. Trotting onto the field, Jacob Whitman.
9, Frank Soriano Campo. Number 10, Luis Parra Jr. And number 17, Emunga Kilozo.
Soriano Jr. Kilozo. Soriano Campos all into the game for Holland. Maybe a little tug on the jersey. That time Soriano Campos mere moments in to check it in. Stops the progress of one Hudson Hall, who works it back into the defensive zone for the Rangers to try and set something up as we approach 5 minutes to go. Hall, what a takeaway. Can he win the race on the sidelines? Trying to send it middle. Looking back, Eli Lipke. Can't feed it through a couple of bodies to get it there. Josh Keller gets underneath it. Nice feed left side. And Colozo can't catch up to it. Little too strong, out of bounds. Goal kick, Ryan Webb. For Holland, though, they've won 7 out of their last 8 games. The only one they haven't won was actually a 0-0 tie, Zeeland East. The most impressive part about that early goal here for Forest Hills Central and Eli Lipke is the fact that Holland has netted 24 goals and conceded just 1 so far this season. That is only the second goal they've allowed as a team here in 2024. And oddly enough, it came only 10 minutes into this one for the Rangers. Quick striking offense. Really trying to make the difference for the team in green. Fielder, the sophomore, tripping over the ball momentarily. Works it back to Muller, though. To Lipke. Back to Muller. What a feed! A save, a rebound, and it's 2-0! Or is it? Referees will talk it out here. They said Lipke was offsides. Everyone's standing here awaiting the final answer. And they'll give him the goal.
Ranger goal.
Momentarily works it back to Muller, though. To Lipke. Back to Muller. What a feed! A save, a rebound! And it has been the Eli Lipke show here in half number 1. That one number 2 now. And in just one half, Forest Hills Central has doubled the amount of goals Holland has given up this season. 2-0 with 5:47 to go in the half. And I know Paul Kramer was talking about in that article, it doesn't matter how pretty you pass the ball if you don't win the game, but how about some pretty passing to finish that one off? Moeller and Lipke working hand in hand to put that one in the back of the net. Of course, the one thing Paul Kramer will benefit from is having the Moeller family. Andrew into his final season. Had the game-deciding goal against Grand Rapids Christian. Of course, on the other side, Lucas Moeller, just a freshman playing on this varsity side. And the only freshman on this varsity side. 3 different sophomores, Hudson Hall, Jacob Witham, as well as Jack Fielder. But right now, Holland just looking overwhelmed by this offensive attack by the Rangers. And look at Lucas. Step for step. And out of bounds here for a goal kick. Giving him Munga Colozo no options as he dribbles it out of bounds with 5:05 until half. Coming up at halftime, though, we'll give you a look back at how everything went down in half number 1. Give you a look at those 2 goals by Eli Lipke as he continues to increase his lead in the goal-scoring area here for the Rangers in 2024, and someone who could certainly be a difference maker for this team when it's all said and done. Whistle draws the play dead momentarily with 4:32 to go until we hit the half. But if there's going to be one player that'll certainly help the squad get over the hump, that's certainly it. But a couple of very pretty goals. One off of a feed, was able to sneak it over the head of Josh Keller, and one right place, right time on the rebound. Andrew Moeller took the shot. He was there to follow it up. Otis Fickle lobs one in towards goal, and it's out of bounds. Over the head of everybody, and a goal kick here for Ryan Webb. Of course, for Holland last year in the OK green, at least for now, finished it with an exclamation point. 13-5-5 overall, 9-1-0 in conference play. So only one loss in that conference before leaving. Secured an OK green title, 4-1 win over Reese Puffer. Then fell in the district title race to another very talented Holland school and Holland Christian. Easy save, Ryan Webb. Two-handed slap into the ground, picks it up himself, just 3 minutes until halftime. And obviously the talent pool in Holland when it comes to soccer just getting bigger and bigger. Of course, Greg Seinemel's been the head coach there since 1997. And has built a pretty impressive coaching tree in the process. Has to try and figure out some defensive answers for this Forest Hill Central side, though. It has been nothing but pressure since the jump for Holland. This one skips up into the stands. Chance for a lucky fan to grab it and run. Lucas Moeller on a charge, Eli Lipke. Can he win the battle? Not for now. Gabe Boss sends it out. And a corner for the Rangers. We cross inside the 2-minute warning, a minute 45. Across into the box. Can they get one off? They cannot. Now a drive that is also sent away. Sakizada is shut down. Just the energy Forest Hill Central playing with right now, undeniable. Micah Skoltens. As we wind our way down the final minute of play here in half number one. Space in front. Forest Hill Central dropping back, though. 37 seconds now.
Ten, 9, 8.
And as the final seconds wear away here in half number one, the storyline, Eli cannot be denied.
1.
2 goals in this first half for the senior and Eli Lipke. One inside of the first 10 minutes, the other one just outside the final 5. And that's made the difference so far in this one. 2-0 Rangers in front. We'll step aside, give you a look here at halftime of everything that happened in half number one between these two sides. And then when we come back, the Rangers try to push out in front, get back over 500, and take down a team who so far has been controlling the OK White to this point of the 2024 season. Second half between the Dutch and the Rangers on the other side of this halftime break on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed, with pressure, and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with their off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
Michigan Soccer Network, man! DCFC!
The sights, the sounds of historic Keyworth Stadium. There's nothing quite like it. Each week, Jonathan Turner and Neil Rule will break down the most recent Detroit City FC USL Championship match, taking a look at the Eastern Conference standings, looking ahead to their upcoming match, and much more. Watch the Detroit City FC recap show each week on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Let's go City on the Michigan Soccer Network.
You are watching the Michigan Soccer Network.
Come on, City.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Oh, okay. All right. See ya.
Welcome to Forest Hills Central High School.
And welcome back in on Forest Hills Central Soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network. Nate Wangler with you here tonight, taking a look back at what happened in that first half. Eli cannot be denied. Eli, Forest Hills Central squad, 1 goal to begin this game inside of 10 minutes, and then the second one off of a deflection in front of the goal was originally whistled down for offsides. 2 referees got together, talked about it, and eventually they came to the conclusion that he was offsides. Just right position at the right time to net that second goal for Forest Hills Central, and that's the difference right now. 2-0 Rangers out in front of Holland. Nate Wangler with you, Corey Bird, Jonathan Turner back in the studio, DeAndre Pruitt off to my left running the camera. And Holland trying to figure out some answers on the other side. Defensively, this team we talked about has been so stout here in 2024. That has already doubled the amount of goals they've given up so far this season in just that one half, the 2 for Forest Hills Central. So now it's a matter of figuring out exactly how to attack this team. And really, if you think about it from the Holland side of things, maybe good that they're finally getting tested. You feel like so far this season that hasn't really been the case. Now kind of in a position to where they have to figure out a way to climb back into it. But down 2-0. A big welcome on to everybody joining us here tonight. The sun has officially set here on the outskirts of Grand Rapids, Michigan. One set of lights are on. The set of lights just across the way are not on. Had a little issue with the lights turning on and off last time here, but so long as everybody can see the ball, I think we'll be okay. Another referee on the sidelines talking to Paul Kramer. Now he makes his way to the other side to talk here to Greg Seitemol. And I have to imagine the conversation has something to do with the fact that the lights across the way are not on right now. Obviously not an issue for the meantime, but as this night continues to get darker and darker, we'll see if that has an impact. As we are officially underway here in half number 2. And right away, a deep lob attempting to find Eli Lipke on a charge, but it's too strong for him in the net. Josh Keller back out for another half of work. Here's the senior in net for Holland. For the majority of that first half, the field was tilted in favor of Forest Hills Central, trying to keep that trend unchanged in the second half. Here's Moeller. Lipke, and it's 3!
Ranger goal. His 3rd of the night, number 11.
Caps off! It's a hat trick for Eli Lipke. And for a lot of high school athletes or athletes in general, sometimes you look back on your time playing and you remember that one performance where you were unconscious. It was just flowing all night long. That's been the story of Eli Lipke here on this Monday night. Nets number 3, responsible for all the goals here for Central. Holland maybe in desperation mode a little bit here. Across, too strong. And it rolls out of bounds. Ryan Webb will wait to boot it away. Under a minute into the second half, it's number 3. So 1 inside of 10 minutes, right around the 35th minute in the first half for Lipke. 1 just outside of 5 minutes to play in the first half, and now just mere seconds into the second half, another one. And maybe not done quite yet. Finds Moeller. Tries to get it back to him, but intervening, Toby Phillips sends it out for a corner kick. Hasn't been too many matchups between these two teams, though. Historically speaking. Freshman and Lucas Moeller with the cross. Finds Lipke. 2 headers, and it's over the top bar. Off the head of Lipke, and then charging back in the middle, Micah Skoltens couldn't find the range off the noggin. Over the goal, it remains a 3-0 lead for the Rangers. But not a long history between these two teams. Faced off against one another last year for the first time in what has been well over a decade. That opportunity shut down. Otis Fickle sends it into the legs of Micah Skoltens. Out of bounds, throw in for Holland. Approaching 4 minutes into half number 2. Last year, a little bit of a different story, though. Forest Hill Central had 3 goals. Holland also had 3 goals. Played to a 3-3 draw in that first meeting in quite some time. And now a very tall, tall mountain to climb if Holland even has aspirations of doing that much here in this game. Slow roll in towards goal, and Ryan Webb will collect. And that's the situation that Holland wants to try to get away from. One-on-one charges towards the goal with Eli Lipke. Typically, it's been a recipe for disaster tonight. He's netted 3 of them already. Fielder. Across. Oh, nearly a chance in front. Moeller along the far post, tried to do some tricky footwork to sneak it in. Couldn't get enough of it, though. Fielder again. It's cleared out. Hall there. Andrew Moeller. Looks back center. There's a Ranger down inside of the box. Believe that's Skoltens. It is. Slowly back to his feet and now trotting back down the field is Let There Be Light. There come the stadium lights. Just in time. Does Holland have an answer? Sent wide. Into the lacrosse net. So we get a couple of goals from the stands here. Not quite, albeit that seems a little bit more difficult than putting it in the soccer net. He put it in the tiny one. Lipke. Moeller. Moeller. Shut off. And a whistle. Penalty kick coming up. Toby Phillips was the one on the contact. Moeller. Moeller!
Ranger goal number 10, Andrew Moeller.
Moeller madness! 4-0 FHC. And the route is officially on. Here on the campus of Forest Hill Central, add another. Eli Lipke with a hat trick. Andrew Moeller adds another one. Why not? 4-0 Forest Hill Central. And if you're Paul Kramer, the head coach of this FHC team, there's a difference between eking out a win and getting a statement win. Tonight might be the latter. Lipke might not be done quite yet. Got hit with a little bit of a push there. Dutch with the ball back. And for Holland, obviously, with this being a non-conference game, this won't make or break their season. Still a very real opportunity to win the OK White, but obviously this one tonight has not gone the way they planned. But as we've talked about, do have a decorated history of soccer over at that school. The Rangers giving them all they can handle in this one. Bleeds back into the defensive zone here for Holland as they try to work it out. Josh Keller was looking to feed it out himself. Fight for the ball ensues. Whistle sounds. A set piece in a good spot here for Forest Hill Central. Andrew Moeller will take it. Moeller and Lipke both pretty tight off the field. Playing like they're best friends on the field here tonight. Moeller on net, headed away. Fielder there, but it's turned back over. Can Holland come up with a charge? Otis Fickle has bodies middle. Good job getting back defensively by Forest Hill Central, and they shut it down. What hustle to get back on defense. Fickle, who's had a couple runs at net here tonight, has that one taken away. Now chip back in front, and there's Skoltens. These big, fast defensemen for Forest Hill Central making everything difficult for Holland in this one.
On for the Rangers, number 12, Dylan Buchanan, and number 20,
Dylan Buchanan, Grant McLean, both trotting on for Forest Hill Central. Ben Bockert also taking the pitch.
Number 12, M.A. Kabongo.
As M.A. Kabongo will also see some action here in the second half. 32-22 until we call it quits. Here from the heart of the Forest, Forest Hill Central. Lipke. He's been a wizard tonight. Leaves it for a drive on goal. Grant McLean registers one in this ball game. Easy save for Josh Keller, who's had his hands full from go in this one. Luis Parra Jr. trying to break that 0 on the scoreboard. Defended perfectly by the Rangers. They'll try to flip the field now. Lipke, who's been a man amongst boys, leaves it for Moeller, who gets tugged back, and pretty obviously. Luis Parra Jr. tried to pull a quick one, but far too much jersey, and this is going to result in a card. A yellow. So Luis Parra Jr. gets sent off the pitch with a yellow card. Andrew Legg will check on, and a very disappointed Parra Jr. in Holland right now, who's just been beaten soundly to certain positions on the field all night here tonight, resorting to anything they can to try and slow down what Paul Kramer was talking about, a free-flowing offense. And when it's flowing like this, it's when Forest Hill Central is at their best. Moon towards the goal and snagged. Josh Keller, amongst a host of bodies, comes down with it. But for Holland, won conference titles last year, 2021-2020. We were talking briefly about that 2017 season. Won their first soccer state title in program history. 3-0 shutout over East Lansing, which is quite literally located on the campus at Michigan State. Kind of like Ann Arbor Pioneer to Michigan. It's quite literally right there. DeAndre Pruitt chiming in, said he actually went to Ann Arbor Pioneer. You can see the big house pretty much from the high school football stadium. And if I'm not mistaken, they actually start their season at the big house every year. Obviously, East Lansing with a pretty close relationship to Michigan State, but right off that main drive, which I got the chance to stop there this past Saturday, tried Raising Cane's for the first time. Best fried chicken I've ever had, by the way, hands down. I had to go back for a second one before we left. But East Lansing right there, and I've had a couple of meetings with this Holland team. Holland got the best of them that time in 2017. Claim its first ever state soccer title. And obviously they've been in the conversation ever since, but we all know Mama said there'd be days like this. And it's been a day for the Dutch. Skoltens with a free kick, and fans on the Holland side becoming more and more upset as this one rolls along. Clearly not outmatched talent-wise, but it seems like there was a certain energy that the team in green took into this ball game here tonight, and it's carried over into half number 2. 2-0 is doable. 4-0, that might be a different story. Of course, Holland entering its first season, the newly renovated, newly realigned OK Black. Colton Comiskey back onto the pitch. Freshie Lucas Moeller will take a trot off. Inside of 30 minutes, 28-10 now to go until the end of this ball game. But that Black Conference now featuring some of the other Holland area teams, Holland Christian and Holland Unity Christian. also has a pretty solid squad. But no time for Central to rest on their laurels quite yet. Lipke looks backside for Moeller. Tries to chip it back to him. Off his head. Still in play, though. Colton Comiskey tries to make a move, but he's upended. They look back towards the middle. Bounces into the hands of Keller. Trying to catch Forest Hill Central, maybe napping a little bit. Van Hecken. That physical play is starting to pick up on both sides. Fickle. A fake. Being double teamed. Tries to feed it through the double team, and it's stripped away. This Forest Hill Central squad, this crowd, very receptive to the defensive effort here tonight. We might have another card on our hands. Looks like another yellow on the way. Josiah Van Hecken given the second yellow of the second half for Holland. Micah Skoltens, who was upended on that play, back to his feet. It's been a busy night for him on the defensive side. Actually saw him a little bit earlier in this game. Slow back to his feet. Now on this one, going up for that ball, got upended yet again and landed awkwardly. So off the pitch he comes. Obviously in a 4-0 game like this, last thing you want to see is things get dirty or things get chippy towards the end. But with that comfortability with where the lead is right now, maybe an opportunity for Paul Kramer to work a few more players into this game, get some of his star guys out.
Number 7, Bilal Cockby on for Eli Lipke.
Bilal Cockby in for Eli Lipke. And now they're just messing with us with the lights here. Ryan Webb patiently waiting. 26:31 to go until we're over. Talking about head coach for Holland, though, Greg Seidemel a little bit earlier, is now what's going on? Looks like they're going to pull both sides off the field. I believe a timeout is taken. If not, maybe it has to do with the situation we're facing with the lights here. Either way, we take a break momentarily with 26:31 to go until the end of this game. 4-0 lead. Eli Lipke, the man of the hour with 3 of them. A hat trick here against Holland. Andrew Moeller with the other on a penalty kick. As they lead at 4-0, we'll take a brief step aside, bring you right back.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed, with pressure, and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with our off-the-ball movement. We offer
right, well, let there be light. After the little debacle with the lights across the way going off, both teams were pulled off, and now the lights are back on, at least momentarily. We'll see if that changes. They were on earlier in the game, got turned off, and now they're back on again. So now that we can see clearly everything that's going on in front of us, try to finish out the remainder of this game. About 25 minutes left to go until it's all over. You don't want to say it's over until it is actually over, but even despite the brief power outage, seems like this one has been all but decided. 3 goals here tonight for Eli Lipke. Despite the overall record for Forest Hill Central just being at 500, now staring down a plus 500 record with a win here today. Have to imagine he might be on the hook to get some All-State honors when it comes to season's end. Try to shift it out wide here, out of bounds. Forest Hill Central maintains possession. But Holland, who has just been so good offensively to begin these games all year long, whether it be in the OK White, whether it be their non-conference schedule to begin the season, they have just been so good at pouring it on teams early and often. Forest Hill Central tonight looking to flip the script a little bit, and it seems like they have. Still 24 minutes left to go in this game, but no signs of blinking or stopping. All gas, no brakes for the Rangers. Playing with it here in the Holland defensive zone. Chipped out this direction. Obviously on the other side for Forest Hills Central too, taking on the other Forest Hills Northern, also a member of this conference. And one of the frustrating things about regular season soccer, especially at the high school level, there is no OT. There are no shootouts. It ends in a draw. If no one has the lead at the end, it ends just like that. And tough thing about that game, they had plenty of good opportunities against that Northern team, who right now is leading that conference in the OK White. A lot of good opportunities, tried to get Lipke free. Andrew Moeller had a few chances. Ben Bachert, who obviously has been a great supporting piece on the offensive side, was in on a few as well, but just couldn't find the back of the net. As that game ended in a 0-0 tie, and all you need to see are examples like tonight to understand that just because they're in 4th place right now doesn't mean they're out of the race. Still a chance in the postseason conference tournament coming up. And obviously the biggest goal remains unchanged. Try to get to a state finals. And continue to build on what is already a growing culture of soccer. A couple of players getting tied up in the defensive zone. Looks like the goalie that time for Central. And Ryan Webb tumbling to the ground. Ali Zakizada, who's been frustrated having a couple of his offensive opportunities turned away here tonight. Getting tied up a little bit with him. Bilal Katbi, a little push. Nothing that draws a whistle, though. Central, cross, in towards the goal, and it's out of bounds. Colton Comiskey tried to finish that header like a sprinter.
On for the Rangers, number 8, Reese Bonsall.
Diving for the line at the very last second, just beyond his head and out of bounds, though. Clock continues to roll now, 21:47. Josh Keller, who would probably like to forget tonight. He's not gotten a whole lot of help from his defensive side. Boots just want to buoy back towards midfield. A huge thank you to everybody joining us on the Michigan Soccer Network here tonight, though. Follow us on YouTube. Lipke, wide of the net. Said he'd try for number 4. Why not? Well wide, and with 21-20, Keller will again punt it away. But you can follow us on YouTube. Recaps, highlights from tonight's game. You can also re-watch the entire live stream. You can also follow us on X at Michigan Soccer Network. Go check out those new rankings that were just released. They had their rankings show the other night, talking about some of the top teams across the 4 divisions soccer in the state of Michigan. While neither of these two teams ranked at the top of their respective divisions, still a lot of potential on both sides. Whistle blows the play dead. Free kick. Fickle will try to create something here halfway into the second half with a whole lot of room to make up. Down 4-0. Drives one. On net. Body's there. Headed up and a nice save. Showing off the vert. Ryan Webb keeps it out of harm's way, and now Hall clears it. Lipke gets tied up. Whistle sounds. And the ball's back to Holland. And that's the kind of fight it's been from beginning to end. Toby Phillips stepping in front. And Eli Lipke, who has had to fight for everything position-wise here tonight, gets called on that last one. Goal kick here for Holland. See Greg Seidemol there at the bottom of your screen. Head coach here for Holland, and obviously coaching since 1997. He's been on the receiving end of a few results like this. So this is the first time he's seen something like it. I think anybody who's played sports has been in a predicament just like this. You understand that the film session coming up for next practice is going to be an interesting one, but gives you an opportunity to learn a lot about who you are as a team and maybe who should be in what spots. Eli Lipke looking to add to what's been a career night. Pours on the brakes. Back to his right. Sends one on goal, and it's off a green jersey in front. I think Reese Bonzel might have gotten that one off the side of the noggin. Nearly an impressive feed, that time by Fickle, but it's taken away. We were talking on this point a little bit earlier, though. We're unable to finish our thought. Greg Seidemol, as there go the lights again. Unbelievable. Whistle sounds. And we will once again step aside.
looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Are you looking to play?
Oh, Christ.
Well, as the old adage goes, third time's the charm. Lights are back on across the way. 17 minutes to go until the end of this game. Just waiting patiently for them to go out with like a minute 30 left to go. Maybe something else exciting yet to happen here tonight. Back into the Forest Hills Central zone. 3 goals here tonight for Eli Lipke. Andrew Mueller with the other one on a penalty kick. By the way, if you're looking for a travel soccer club for your son or daughter here in West Michigan, look no further than ASO United. ASO United is ASO's official nationwide travel club program. Club allows players to enjoy more advanced play, participate in intense competition, and receive cutting-edge training and licensed coaches while still enjoying the benefits of ASO and its 6 philosophies under their development and winning approach. With regions in Ada, Byron Center, Georgetown, we have you covered. ASOUnitedMI.org. Visit ASOUnitedMI.org for more information and find out why their club is leading the area in growth on the west side of the state of Michigan. Injury substitution here, trotting off Toby Phillips. On net, off the chest of the goaltender, and Lipke does it again.
Ranger goal number 11, Eli Lipke.
Mark Jordan couldn't pull it in. Eli Lipke, like a put-back dunk. 4 goals tonight. 5-0 Rangers.
On for the Rangers, number 10, Andrew Moeller, replacing Eli Lipke.
And a standing O from the crowd here at FHC. He will be sleeping fine here tonight. Fickle has it sent away by Hall. And a career night culminated with his 4th goal of the competition. And in a ball game which during the pregame show before this one started, we were talking about should be a close battle between these two teams. It has been a full moon kind of night with a full moon actually just off to our right. 5-0 Forest Hills Central. They might not be done just yet. On goal and a save. Been a change in goal, though. Mark Jordan, by the way, taking over for Holland Jr. for this team, so they'll have one more year of him, but just getting some reps here late in this ball game as we officially dip inside of 15 minutes. Now 14:28 to go until we put the finishing touches on this one. We're talking about the busy day here at Forest Hills Central. Everything else is wrapped up.
Ranger substitutions, number 14, Henry Sandwick. Number 15, Christian Affman. And number 18.
So now we get another line change here for Forest Hills Central. Drew Zietz, Henry Sandwick, Christian Affman. All trot onto the pitch here for Central. 13:55.
Ranger substitution number 4, Lincoln Schmitz.
And here comes Lincoln Schmitz. Andrew Moeller will get some well-deserved time off before the end of this one. And really, at the end of the day, it's been the two with the captain patches on this team. Andrew Moeller and Eli Lipke. An unbelievable opportunity to witness the Eli Lipke show here tonight. Again, follow the Michigan Soccer Network on YouTube. If you're on the Forest Hills Central side and you're watching our broadcast here tonight, you get an opportunity to relive what has been a magical night for Lipke. Of course, after a performance like this one, you have to imagine there's a few individual honors that might be in the making for him out there somewhere, and he deserves every bit of that. And obviously, the one big thing, you talk about culture and next man up mentality, that's something Paul Kramer tried to develop, but more than that, oftentimes, if you want to find yourself in a position to win a state championship, you have to have a guy, the guy. And Eli Lipke's been the guy and then some in this ball game. Ryan Webb just kind of playing some games here in goal. Kicking it around, now picking it back up. Rugby punts it out towards midfield as we bleed closer and closer to 10 minutes left to go in this game. Of course, keep it locked on the Michigan Soccer Network. Another full slate of high school games this week, about at our midway point of this 2024 season. Doing more and more games here over on the west side of the state of Michigan, of course. Also a lot of soccer over on the east side. Got the opportunity to do a couple of games in the OAA conference. It's one of the best conferences in the entire state of Michigan. Handful of the top 10 teams in the state. Holland getting a little banged up here late in this one. Now Frank Soriano Campos will take the slow walk off the pitch. Both Holland and Forest Hills Central, though, after this game, back to their regularly scheduled programming. One back to OK White play, the other back OK Black play for Holland. Obviously for Coach Greg Seidemel, not losing sight of the important stuff. Obviously player development, personal development for these kids, not just on the pitch but off the pitch, and got the chance, at least momentarily, to chat with him a little bit before the game, and just at the very least to figure out how to pronounce his last name. Had his son, who played on the team last year, ended up winning some All-State honorees, but still coaching here at Holland. And there's one thing that he talked about is obviously no plans to leave this program. He's just really embraced this community and embraced this team. Lobbed on. Getting under it. Ryan Webb looking for another clean sheet here tonight. Inside of 10 minutes now, 9:50. But Greg Seidemel producing, as we talked about, a pretty large coaching tree. Also serves as an English teacher over at Holland High. Believe it or not, even a part-time bus driver. Rolled on net. And this time, just to be safe, Mark Jordan hops on top of it. But you have to go back to 2022. The district in Holland experienced a shortage of bus drivers. A lot of that having to do with COVID. And out of all the things Greg Seidemel does over at Holland, decided to take a course, got his license, and ended up becoming a part-time bus driver in the district just because they had a shortage. So not just teaching English, not just coaching soccer, not just mentoring young men and women at the high school level, but also helping them get to school, and said that's the most important part in his book. Most important part in this game is just getting on the board. Trying to do so here in these waning moments. Forest Hill Central still holding tough on the defensive side. But that's kind of what you're looking for at the high school level, too. It's not just about X's and O's. It's not just about going out and winning games. You know, there's, I guess, certain high schools that's all they're looking for. But when you're talking about Holland High, certainly not the case. And he's been more than just a coach. He's been a mentor. He's been an advocate. Just as much a part of that school in many different ways, as much as he is a part of that athletic department. But soccer has kind of been the fall sport at Holland. The football program has struggled for a while, but there's been one consistent at that school. It's been on the soccer pitch. Of course, can't forget about their women's soccer program, too. They've improved over the seasons as well. Central playing a little game of keep away here just outside of 7 minutes to go. Sometimes whenever I do games, talking about Jonathan Turner helping out on the production side here tonight. He's done plenty of play-by-play throughout the years, was a coach at the high school level once upon a time, is another yellow here for Holland. That will be their third yellow here of this game. And if there's one thing I know Coach Greg probably isn't happy about, it's been the lack of discipline at times for this team tonight. Javi Carrillo will take a walk off. My guess is maybe a couple of uncomfortable conversations after this one comes to an end. But JT, typically whenever I do a game for him, will pull up the YouTube poll of predict the final score, which normally is a no-no when you talk about sports broadcasters, because there's this thing that exists that people honestly believe impacts the game. I don't think it has anything to do with the outcome of the game, but it's called the broadcaster's jinx. And it looks like it reared its ugly head again here tonight. I talked about how it should be a close game. And go figure, it was anything but. Straight dominance for one side, and maybe a harsh learning curve for the other. Talking about this earlier in the broadcast, faced off against each other once last year, came to a 3-3 tie. Another whistle sounds and a free kick here for Forest Hill Central. But the ending of this story might be a little bit different, and now, really time to think about what exactly things might look like come season's end for this Forest Hill Central squad. You really think in a lot of ways with their speed, and specifically with their passing ability and their ability to move the ball, maybe a postseason run upcoming for the Rangers.
5 minutes remaining in the game.
They've played a lot of really good teams, very close here this year. Have not lacked for exciting moments, at least when we've been on the call. Comeback victory over Grand Rapids Christian, and now tonight, a chance to see one of the best in Eli Lipke just go out and go to work. Offsides here against the Rangers inside of 5 minutes, now 4:29. But we do very much appreciate everybody listening and watching here on MSN, your one-stop shop, everything high school soccer across the state of Michigan. Our tremendous team back in the studio across the state. I'll be over that direction coming up tomorrow. Some more soccer action coming up your way. Troy taking on Rochester. That'll be a home game for Troy. In that one, also got Bloomfield Hills, Royal Oak. Berkeley playing soccer tomorrow. Today on the other side of the Michigan Soccer Network, Romeo and Utica. Shot on and a save. Mark Jordan, full extension. Keeping that deficit where it is at 5-0 and an opportunity to break free of that dreaded 0 on the board, becoming less and less for the Dutch with just a few moments left to go. Inside of 3 minutes, now 2:55. Cross on net, wide of everybody and out of bounds. Of course, soccer action continuing next week on the Michigan Soccer Network on Tuesday, 24th. Seaholm taking on Country Day. Oakland Christian going head-to-head with Plymouth. Whistle sounds on the far side. By the way, once this one comes to an end, we'll give you a look back at those 5 goals that made the difference in this ball game as we officially cross inside of 2 minutes. Eli Lipke, 4-goal performance here tonight. And while I can't say this officially, so please don't quote me and please don't leave an angry comment if I'm wrong, but I believe a single-game career high for one Eli Lipke. As we continue to get flyovers here at FHC. Airport not that far away.
1 minute remaining.
The roar of a Boeing 737 overhead as we roar into the final minute of a game that seems like it went by in a flash, at least for one side, maybe not so much for the other. Fancy footwork, Dylan Buchanan. Whistle sounds here for an injury on the Holland side. With just 34.3 seconds left to play. But an opportunity to relive the magic of an Eli Lipke 4-goal game. Of course, we can't forget Andrew Moeller creating a couple of those opportunities. It was the deflection off of a Moeller shot that actually allowed Lipke to get that 3rd goal. Gabe Boss, only the most recent Dutchman to come hobbling off the field. Turn to a very physical brand of soccer to try and get back into this one. And just haven't been able to create many opportunities. Javi Carrillo into the game. as we play out these final moments. Just crossing our fingers and hoping that the lights stay on.
10, 9.
And as the final moments dwindle away,
6,
the Rangers
5,
lead the way
4, 3,
to a 5-4-2 record as they complete a dominating win here tonight
Holland Dutch
with a 5-0 win over the OK Black leading Holland Dutch. Well, pure and utter dominance from the first moment to the very last, and a lot of it due to this man. Eli Lipke started off with a goal within the first 5 minutes of this game, added another one with 5 minutes left to go in the first half. And just mere seconds into half number 2, after carrying that 2-0 lead into halftime, added another. Andrew Moeller then came behind him with a penalty kick, and then one last one just for safety. Eli Lipke, his 4th goal of this game. A career night for the senior, who wears the pink patch on his left arm, as he caps off another shutout victory for a Forest Hill Central side who has found a lot of offers, or found a lot of momentum on the offensive side, and have used the defense to really shut things down on the other end. It's another clean sheet for Ryan Webb, and goal one last time here tonight. 5-0. Forest Hill Central wins it. Eli Lipke, our player of the game. Eli could not be denied 4 goals as he lifts Forest Hill Central to the win, and they push back out to 500, or above 500, 5-4-2 on the season. Obviously a lot of promise for this Forest Hill Central squad. We look forward to talking to you guys again in the future as we continue to track this team down the final stretch of this 2024 season and see if they can't maybe string something special together and get to the promised land come season's end. One last time, 5-0 win for Forest Hill Central. Eli Lipke, our player of the game, with 4 goals. You've been listening to MHSAA Soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network.
He'll cut it back on his left foot, and that goes in! Towards the 6, a one-time shot, and it's 2-2.